flames fall fast to spring. Dusty old cowboys are up to something mysterious. Famous in Kansas and never so cold is Jenny's house of joy. Hang up your hats, leaving money on the table. Jenny's girls are ready to please. Just a few little dollars will get you half an hour, maybe before you squeeze. Jenny's girls are good at their profession, but they dream of a better day. So they do their business and try to survive for that push you're gonna pay. Till you find boys better act like gents or miss Jenny, get her gun. Find your P's and Q's, wipe the gun from his shoes, upstairs for $3 of fun. Hang up your hats, leave the money on the table, and these girls are ready to please. Just a few little dollars will get you half an hour, gonna get for you squeeze. Girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do is what she's got to give. We gotta stick together no matter what the weather, wherever we're gonna live. We're sisters at heart, we know we should part. We hold our heads up high. We lean on one another, and this we have discovered. Need sisters to help me get by. Hang up your hats, leave your money on the table. Jenny's girls are ready to leave. Just a few little dollars will get you half an hour.
Cowboys. That's all you can see for miles in this godforsaken town. Stupid, dusty, sweaty, ill-mannered, sex-starved, drunken, tobacco-chewing, bow-legged, greasy-haired, unshaven, stinking of horse shit cowboys.
Francis, have you got the monthly?
No, Anita, I don't got the monthlies. I'm just sick of cowboy stink.
Well, you should do what I do.
What's that?
When I get them up to my room, I spray them with perfume when they're not looking.
You what?
I spray them with perfume.
Well, wouldn't that be like doing it with a deep-voiced, fat-bellied woman?
Why, yes, Francis, but at least she smells damn good.
Well, I just hope today's a slow day. You ever have one of those days you just don't feel like giving it?
Why should I do?
I'm having one of those days. I just don't feel like being touched.
Well, think of something else then. When you're lying there, just think of something else.
Is that what you do?
Sometimes, or sometimes I read.
You read?
Yeah.
When the man's up on top, you doing his business, you read.
Well, it depends on the man, of course. Some men don't care what you do as long as they're getting what they paid for. Or you get some do the whole thing with their eyes closed, and they don't know what's going on underneath them anyway.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. Last week, I had a man who prayed through the whole thing.
He prayed?
Yeah, it was like he was sinning and being saved all at once. He was calling on the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, the Virgin Mary, too. I didn't know whether I should lift my skirts or bow my head.
Well, if you wanted to take your mind off of it, you should try reading.
What book are you reading now, Anita?
It's called Dead Souls. It was written by some Russian fella.
Dead Souls, huh? You get this from Roland Keats?
Well, I guess I did.
Figured. Roland's wife know he comes around here to see you?
Now, I don't know whether she does or not, but Roland doesn't come around to lie with me. He just brings me books. He says he wants to give me his tutelage.
I have heard it called a lot of things, but never a tutelage.
I'm serious, Francis. Roland says I show promise intellectually, and he wants to give me his guidance. He says books can teach me about the world outside of Baxter Springs.
Anita, honey, there ain't no world outside of Baxter Springs. Not for women like us, anyhow. Nope, Jenny's House of Joy is the only world we're ever gonna know.
Not for me, it isn't. No, I'm saving my money so I can travel, so I can move myself up in society.
Society? You're a whore. The only place society's gonna let you move is the next whorehouse.
No, that's not true. I'm not going to be doing this forever, you know. I'm going to raise myself up. I'm going to be like respectable folk and go to fancy parties and meet well-turned-out gentlemen and sip tea with refined women.
Good God, Anita, do you think that refined women are going to want to sit across some fancy tablecloth drinking their orange pico tea with the likes of you? They'd spot you as a whore as soon as you opened your mouth.
No, they won't. Roland's teaching me all about that, too.
About what?
About talking properly.
And how's he doing that?
Oh, it's simple, really. It's just a matter of not dropping your G's.
Not dropping what?
Your G's. Instead of saying doing, like you do, I say doing. Or instead of saying reading, like you do, I say reading.
Well, instead of saying that's very enlightening, I say bullshit.
It's true, Francis.
No, Anita, you can dream all you want, but there's no way you're ever going to pose as respectable.
Well, I will too.
No, you can read all the books there is and let Roland Keats give you his tutelage till it's worn to a nub. But that ain't going to change nothing.
I'm just trying to improve myself, Francis. I don't see what's wrong with that.
You're going to wind up making a fool of yourself. That's what's wrong.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll surprise you. Why, I might be sitting in some exclusive Philadelphia restaurant one day, sipping a cup of tea with my sophisticated lady friends, and you'll walk by and see me sitting there right as big as you please. And then what'll you say?
I'll say, look, there's a whore drinking tea.
You pussy!
And I ain't trying to pass myself off as anything but.
Good morning, ladies.
Why, good morning, Jenny.
How are we this morning?
I'm feeling exceedingly charming. Thank you, Jenny.
Francis, are you at the whiskey already?
She's making fun of me. For some reason, she enjoys it.
Oh, I know, pussycat. We all do. So has anybody seen Prudence Ann this morning?
Not yet. Why?
Well, I just went up to get her, and she is nowhere to be found.
Oh, she was drinking down here with Jeff Kinney when I went to bed last night. That was probably about 2:30.
Jeff Kinney?
Yes, ma'am. They were drinking red wine and lots of it.
Did you see her, Francis?
No, I were asleep at 2:30.
Well, she better not be far, because Vernon Quarles is going to be here in half an hour, and he always asks for Prudence Ann. He likes her cushiony backside.
Now, I thought he liked her meaty thighs.
No, it's her cushiony backside. Vernon's a squeezer.
All right, let's settle accounts for last night, ladies, shall we? Anita, what you got for us?